It's time for the X and Y Show with your host, Mr. Roosevelt. He talks about man topics, lady topics, and relationships. He talks about love, sex, and infidelities. He even gives good tips. There is no other show that compares to the X and Y Show.
Oh yeah. Sit back, take your clothes off, and relax. It's time for the X and Y Show, where real relationship issues are talked about and addressed. The only place on the planet that tackles the topics that everyone wants to talk about, but no one is brave enough to address. Nothing escapes X and Y, baby. Now, here's your host, Roosevelt Colbert.
Welcome to another segment of the XY Show. Greetings. I am your host, Roosevelt. And Philip Bailey, eat your heart out. You know, I dare him to come at me. I mean, maybe 20, 30 years ago he could have got me, but now I think I get Philip ass. I get him now. So Philip, if you ever listen to this episode, you know, I'm open to a challenge, baby. I think I get your ass today. Welcome, my audience. I hope you're enjoying this time of year. Damn it. It is getting closer to Christmas and Thanksgiving night. For those of you who have been listening to the show for a while, you know this is my favorite time of the year. Even though Miami don't really get any change of season anymore. It used to get cold as hell back when I was a shorty, but not anymore. I guess global warming, whatever the fuck you want to call it, but it doesn't get cold as often anymore. We may get 2 or 3 cold fronts a year. It's cold everywhere right now except Miami. So, but you know, it's still it's coming. You know, I love this time of year. I just bought me a new satellite radio and I'm playing Christmas music. You know, people looking in my car, my truck and shit, and, you know, not minding their own business and wondering why I'm playing Christmas music. You know, people need to mind their own damn business. You know, if I want to play Christmas music, I can play it. It's a free country. And I'm playing Christmas music. I don't give a damn. I love Christmas music. I love this time of year. I just love it. You know, the world is not as crazy. It's a beautiful time of the year, and I love it. I just wish it was a little colder. You know, I really get in the spirit. So, I don't know. I might have to make a move out of Miami. It's too fucking hot. You know, year fucking round. I'm tired of this shit. You know, so we'll see. We'll see. But anyway, I miss you guys. It's been a couple of weeks. You know, I did the interview, so it's been a couple of weeks since I talked to you directly. So I decided to talk to you directly this week, and I think next week I'm going to do another interview talking to a couple of cool swingers that I had a little chat with. So I think you enjoy that a lot. But as for tonight, it's just you and I. So without further ado, let's get into tonight's episode. Would you stay in a sexless marriage or relationship? Would you stay in a sexless marriage or relationship? You know, I'll go ahead and answer this question now. Hell no. And it's not because I don't love the person. Obviously, if I married him, I would hope that I love the person. But it's not fair to me to be rationed or, you know, fucking withheld from my sexual needs. You know, and what's going to cause me, if I'm not getting sexually satisfied in a relationship or marriage, it'll cause me to have thoughts of well, if I'm married, adultery. And that's something that I don't want to do, ever. So, not getting pussy when I'm married, that'll cause me to think that way. Now, a relationship, I just break up with her. We're not compatible. I nip that shit in the bud. So if you're in a relationship right now and you listen to my voice and you ain't getting no pussy or you're not getting no dick, break it off with that person right now. Save yourself a world of hurt because it's not going to get better. If they're not giving you no pussy or dick now, what if you say I do or going down the aisle, what is that going to change? A lot of people think, we get married, things will change. We get married, we'll have more sex, and, I'm not worried about it. We get married, she'll know that I'm committed to her, and she'll start being more sexual with me. And that's bullshit. If she's not giving you no pussy now, she's not going to give you no pussy when you get married. If he's not giving you no dick now, he's not going to fuck you when you're married. It doesn't work that way. And I'm sorry, if I got married and my wife was all of a sudden say, I'm like, I don't feel like, that shit okay for a week or two, fuck it, even a month. But we start getting 6 months, 7 months, a year, 2 years. Fuck that. I'm not going through that shit. That's not fair to me. A lot of you saying, well, love is more important than sex, right? And it is. I think love is very important in a relationship or marriage. Obviously, you have to love the person, but sex is important as well. I would say love and then sex is damn close number 2. You got to have good sex with each other, And a lot of you saying, well, that's not good for you to say. Love is everything, And maybe maybe the woman loves her husband. Maybe the husband loves their wives. And they are willing to, go through that for love, And I think that the even least notion of that kind of thought is unadulterated bullshit. That's bullshit. There's not that much love in the world. Why in the fuck should I go without sex with my wife? My girlfriend, like I said, that's easy to correct. You break it off with her. I'm not compatible with you because you don't like to fuck. We're not a match. That's fine. Let's go our separate ways. Now you go with somebody else who okay with being celibate. Now if we're married, that shit a little bit more challenging. You have to, you might want to take counseling and you might want to do other things, but if that doesn't correct the problem or the issue, it's time for divorce. Yeah, it's time for divorce, and you guys know how much I hate divorce. I hate that word. I think, like I said, my parents were married for 53 years before my dad passed. So when I get married, it's for life. But that would be a scenario that would actually have me backtracking on my words. If I'm not getting not enough sex, that's a whole different ballpark. I'm not getting any sex. Do you hear me? It's not that I'm getting not enough sex, I might want to fuck, let's say, let's say 20 times a week, and that's on a slow week. But, my wife might be like, no, I'm tired, blah, 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 blah. So she might give it to me 8 or 10 times a week. That's different. I'm not getting enough as far as my standards go, but at least she's giving me some pussy. But I'm talking about another ball game. I'm talking about, somebody like me who want some pussy at least 20 times a week from my wife. when I get married, and getting zero, getting nada, getting nothing. That's a whole different ballpark. And why, and a lot of you are saying, well, Roosevelt, I think you're selfish. I know some people out there, some women out there primarily, and some guys even, they're saying, I'm very selfish for even thinking that way. Sex is not everything. And, you should, if you love your wife, that's all that matters. The sex, if it comes, it comes. If it don't, it don't. And that's bullshit. That's bullshit. And I don't think I'm selfish for wanting to make love to my wife. I don't think a woman is selfish for wanting to make love to her husband. That's not selfish. That's the way it's supposed to be. That's you get married, you're supposed to be a single yoke, right? You're supposed to enjoy one another. Now, I know a lot of you saying, well, maybe the wife or the husband or the girlfriend or the boyfriend, maybe they had a life scenario where they going through some things and it's all of a sudden coming up and they're having problems with being sexual with their partner or their wife or husband. That's fine. I understand that people have problems, I understand that. But if they have problems, a lot of you saying that I'm selfish and I don't understand love. Well, maybe I don't, because I've never been in love. But I think that is the ultimate selfish act when a partner is not being sexual with their husband or with their wife, And like I said, girlfriend or boyfriend, that can be corrected. You just say, well, you part other ways and we're not compatible. You should end that shit real quick, because he or she is acting that way now, then it's going to be worse later. So it would behoove you to correct that problem right now. A relationship with no sex is easy to correct. I've done it many times. Women don't want to have sex, and, I understand that okay, a month, and 2, 3 months, shit, I'm out. You have a nice life. Nice knowing you. And it's not that sex is everything, because it's not. But I'm talking about after we've gotten to know each other a little bit, after we went out a few times, after we hung out and gotten to know each other, I like her, she like me. It's time to get some pussy up. It's time to give me some pussy. What are we waiting on? It's time to come clean. It's time to go to the next level. And don't get me wrong. If I'm in a relationship and if she doesn't want to go to the next level and we're in a relationship, that's fine. I will respect that. But it's time for us to part ways because we're not compatible. I'm not being satisfied physically by you. So I'm not happy. And if I'm not happy, then it's not going to be a good relationship. If it's not going to be a good relationship, then it won't get to the married stage. It's a progression. If I'm not happy in a relationship, why the fuck am I going to marry you? If I'm not getting no pussy in a relationship, why in the fuck would I marry you? Think about it, ladies. Think about it. And vice versa, the guys who are doing that dumb shit as well. Now, I know a lot of you saying, well, like you said, Roosevelt, earlier, maybe the people are having mental problems. Maybe they're having issues. Maybe they were molested and the feelings are suddenly coming up and it's bothering them and they need help. That's fine. That's fine. Even though I don't believe in... Don't get me started on that. I don't believe in that psychology bullshit, but it's fine. You need somebody to talk to. That's fine. Get the help that you need from a psychologist, psychiatrist, a pastor, a family member, whoever. But you need to talk to someone about it if it's affecting your marriage, or relationship. But like I said, relationship is very correctable. When you're married, you have a lot more deeper ties. You have a lot more to lose. You have much more at stake when you're married. So you just can't walk away. Well, at least I can't. Some of you motherfuckers can. But you shouldn't just walk away. You have to try to fix things. And I think that it's selfish for the person that is not willing to have sex. I think they are the ones that's selfish. If they have a problem and they're not willing to get the problem rectified. If they're not willing to talk to a psychologist or a psychiatrist or a pastor, a family member, etc., a friend, whatever. If they're not willing to try to rectify the problem, I think they are being selfish. Not me. I think the guy is being selfish if he's not getting help. Not his wife. She's not the selfish one. No. If the person needs help and they're not getting help and it's affecting your marriage in a sexual level, then you're the one that's selfish, not me. So I don't think I'm selfish at all. I think that I'm getting what I'm supposed to get. I think when a couple is married, they should enjoy one another until their last days on this earth. Because I know I will. When I do get married, I'm going to be fucking until I'm 90 and 95 if I make it that far. And I already told you that I'm preparing my days for when I go in the old folks' home. I got to be in pretty good shape because I'm going to be fucking every night. For a bowl of Jell-O and a milkshake. I'm going to have all the old ladies in the old folks' home in my room. All the nurses going to be going to sleep by the time I get them. And I'm going to have all of them in my room doing all kind of stuff. Yeah, that's going to be me. I'm going to have all the supply Viagra, and I'm going to be doing all kind of things with the women I can't, didn't get a hold of now. I get their ass 20, 25, 30 years from now. For a bowl of Jell-O and a milkshake. They'll be willing to have sex then. So, I already know what my plans are. But when you're married, you should be able to enjoy one another. You should be able to enjoy each other. Ask your question. Ask yourself a question. Why? Because for those of you who listened to my interview with Jennifer Masters a couple of weeks ago, she told me that. Basically, I don't remember the exact number, but there are a lot of couples out there. I think she said like 43%. I don't remember the exact number, but it's a lot of motherfuckers. A lot of people, more than I thought. I think she said like 43%, if I'm not mistaken. But it was a lot of people, a lot of couples who are not having sex in their marriage. And she said she know a lot of people. She know family members who are not having sex. It's more common. She alluded to it as being more common than you would think. And it really blew me away that so many couples are not having sex. She told me about this old man who had sex with his wife two times in their first, not two times, but their first 2 years of marriage. They had sex regularly, and then she didn't have sex with him anymore. And they were married for damn near 40 years. And she finally passed, but they were married damn near 40 years, and he hadn't had sex for like 38, 39 years. What kind of fucking shit is that? That could have never been tolerated in my life. I would have left her a long time ago, and I know a lot of you saying, well, that's just wrong. Well, no, that's not wrong. It's wrong. What's wrong is, obviously the woman had a problem that she had to deal with, and she never dealt with it. That's what's wrong. Not me. It's the person who refuses to get the help that they need. Why would a person, if a lot of you are saying, love is so important. Love trumps all. Love is paramount. Okay, that's fine. I give you that. because I've never been in love with anybody before, so I give you that. For those of you who have fallen in love, I give you that. But if you love so much, then why wouldn't you like to have sex with your husband? If you love so much, why don't you want to have sex with your wife? If you love them so much, right? And if you love them so much and you can't have sex because some past event that's conjuring up all of a sudden or some kind of shit, then if you love them so much, how come you can't get that rectified where it won't affect your sexual life with your husband or your sexual life with your wife? If you love them so much, if love is paramount, why can't you get the problem rectified? If you love them so much, why would you withhold such a beautiful thing from your husband or wife? If you love them so much, since love is so important, So, if I'm not getting the sex that I need and the sex that I want, it's one thing, like I said before, is being not getting enough. I mean, I think every couple in America right now could probably say that. It's always a couple that I'm not getting enough pussy, or I'm not getting enough dick, It's always that, you're not getting enough. I know that's going to be my problem already. That's why in the old folks home, I'm going to have at least 10, 11, and I got to make sure I'm living on the same floor as anyway. But it's one thing is not getting enough, but you're not getting any? You're not getting any? I can't even wrap my mind around that. I can't even conceive that. Me being married to someone for a year. That's a year is a fucking long time with no sex. A year. And there's some motherfuckers out there right now listening to the sound of my voice haven't had sex in 5 years. 10 years. 15 years. 20 years. 25. 30. 35 years. And I'm sorry that I sound so blunt, but you are some stupid motherfuckers. Because that will not be tolerated in a marriage of mine. And if you are allowing your partner to withhold from you that long and cheat you out of your marital rights, then you're a goddamn fool. And I try not to sound angry, but it's some real stupid shit. If the person needs help, if there's something wrong with them, then they need to get the help that they need. They need to talk to someone to get their problem rectified. They need to talk to some persons. They need to have counseling, whatever the case may be, whatever they need to get it corrected. But it's not fair to the wife to all of a sudden not be getting sex, for no reason. Just, oh, no, honey, not tonight. And he been telling you that for 20 years. It's not fair to the husband or the wife has been, withholding sex for 25 years. It's not fair to them. And, like I said before, that would be something that would actually have me contemplating if I should commit adultery. And anything that have me thinking like that, then it's not, I shouldn't be in it. I shouldn't be in it. And I think a lot of, I always suspected that a lot of couples weren't having sex. It's always like an inside joke kind of thing with single people. You don't want to get married, then you ain't gonna no more pussy. With guys anyway. It's always like a joke, but I always kind of suspected that it was true. That a lot of married guys are not either two things. They're not getting enough pussy or they're not getting any. Very few are getting an adequate amount of pussy. And it doesn't happen as frequently as on the other side, as the women not getting enough sex from men, it does happen, but it's not as frequently as the other side, of course. But it does happen. There's some women out there suffering as well. It goes both ways. It's just not as much on the man's side or withholding sex as it is on the woman's side of withholding sex. But it does happen. Women are suffering out there right this very minute who are listening to my voice. There are some women out there who haven't gotten some dick from their husbands in 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 years. I can't even conceive that shit. And what ended up happening, I don't want to be in a marriage like that because it has me thinking fucked up. It has me thinking like I got to get some pussy from somewhere. I got to get some pussy from somebody. Somebody got to help me get a nut. And I'm not talking about jacking my dick either. So if I'm thinking like that and I'm married, then that's not right. Something wrong with that picture. And that's something I don't want to be a part of. That's something I don't want to do. That's something I don't want to put myself in. I don't want to do that. I don't want to commit adultery because I'm not getting pussy. That's bullshit. And I shouldn't have to go through that. A woman shouldn't have to contemplate committing adultery because her husband won't fuck her. That's not fair to them. That's not fair to me. And I'm speaking as a man. It's not fair to the partner that's not getting the sex. It's not fair. If you have a problem, get it corrected. Stop withholding sex from your husband or your wife. If you love them so much, get the help that you need. Get the help that you need. And I think that is, I think a lot of couples out there, like I said earlier, after talking to Jennifer Masters, a lot of more couples, which I initially suspected, a lot of couples are going through it, not having sex, not having enough sex, not having any sex. The wife is just withholding sex for years and shit. The husband is withholding sex for years and shit. So as a result, you have infidelities. A lot of folks don't want to get divorced, so they say, well, okay, I get some pussy from somewhere else. You don't want to give me no pussy, I go somewhere else and get it. So then you have all this mess. You have all the, this infidelities flying around. You have, there's STDs out there. What if they catch an STD from the person on the outside, bring it back in the home? Well, maybe that won't do anything because they ain't getting no pussy. Or, they ain't getting no dick. So maybe that won't be a problem. But you're just bringing in more drama to the family. There should be no reason for infidelity. Not that. Don't let the lack of sex cause the infidelity. I mean, nothing should cause the infidelity. But the lack of sex should definitely not cause an infidelity. It's something that is a right. It's a marital right. And I'm going to go ahead and say a lot of you women don't realize that shit. You always, you don't get your way and then you don't want to fuck for 2 or 3 days. Some of you motherfuckers don't want to fuck for 2 or 3 months and 2 or 3 years. And then you look around, it's 20 or 30 years. And like I said, it goes both ways. Some men are the same way, but it's not as frequent as the women side. And a lot of you people out there who are withholding sex don't understand that is a marital right. So if there's something wrong with you, you need to get it corrected. You need to get the counseling that you need. You need to talk to the pastor. You need to talk to a best friend. You need to talk to a family member. You need to talk to a psychiatrist, psychologist. Darth Vader, whoever the fuck you want to talk to. You need to talk to somebody to get your problem fixed. So it will stop you from preventing your husband or preventing your wife from their marital right. Sex. That's very important in a marriage. That's very important. You know, and I don't think it's stressed enough how important it is. It's very important. Is it the most important? No. Love is the most important, of course. But I would say sex is damn sure in the top 3. You got to have good sex. You got to enjoy one another. You know, for those of you who say, no, sex is not in the top 3. That's much too high. There's other things more important. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. You know, I think that life has become so complicated that we forgot the basic rights of human needs. You know, everybody's working, everybody's trying to make $1, everybody's trying to pay bills, everybody's trying to go to get educated, everybody's trying to do everything but the basic needs. You know, it's so simple. Back in the caveman days, all they did was got food and fuck. Sometimes I wish I could go back to being in the caveman days. Yeah. All they had to do is get food and get some pussy. All they had to do is get food and get some dick. That's all. You know, yeah, they had taxes and stuff back then. They had bills and stuff, but the grind wasn't as complicated as it is now. It seems like human beings are doing everything except fulfilling their basic human needs. No man was meant to be alone. No woman was meant to be alone. And when they're married, no man was meant to go without sex. No woman was meant to go without sex. And for those of you who are thinking that, you know, that's normal, well, sometimes it happens. As long as we love each other, you know, and that's bullshit. Frankly, if you don't want to have sex with your husband, there's something wrong with you. I'll go ahead and say it. Maybe no one has ever told you before, but yes, there's something wrong with you. You're fucked up in the head. And there's nothing wrong with that. A lot of people are fucked up in the head. Some people might say that I'm fucked up in the head. And maybe I am. Shit. But if you don't want to have sex with your husband, then you're fucked up in the head. If you don't want to have sex with your wife, you're fucked up in the head. That's not normal. That's not normal. And you need help. Why would you withhold sex? Why would you withhold a marital right from the person you so-called love? If love isn't so important, then why would you want to make love? If love is so important, if it's that essential, why would you want to withhold the basic human need from the one that you love? So, I ask the question again. Would you be in a sexual relationship or marriage? Absolutely not. If I'm asking the goddamn question, no. Fuck no. It's a relationship that's easy to fix. We part ways. We're not compatible. See ya. Have a nice life. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just being real. I'm not going to suffer. I'm not going to compromise my needs. If she don't want to have sex, I will respect that. But that doesn't say that I have to go along with that shit. So we're not on the same page. Have a nice life. That's being real. That's being honest. A lot of you women always saying you want honesty, right? You know, and the vice versa. If a woman want to have sex and a man don't want to, then she should part ways. We're not on the same page. Have a nice life. We can be friends. Now, if you're married, it's a little more complicated. You know, obviously, the person not want to having sex with their husband or wife, there's something wrong with them in the head. You know, they're fucked up some kind of way, and they need to get help. That's not normal. So obviously, the steps would be to rectify that. Would get the person that you love, get them the help that they need. if they are unwilling to get that help, then that is selfish. That's what I have a problem with. You know, if you love a person so much, then why won't you get help that you need? To stop preventing the one that you love giving them their basic marital need. You know, sex. No one should go without sex. No marital couple who are in, quote, love should go without sex. You know, and for those of you who are thinking that it's possible, that's bullshit. You know, you fucked up in the head. You need help. Get the help that you need. That's not normal. You know. So, I hope that I helped out someone tonight. If you are a man listening to this and you haven't gotten any pussy in 5, 10, 15, 20 years, I want you to go to your wife and tell them, honey, we got to get you some help. Because she's fucked up in the head. Something happened. Or something is happening. I don't know. Something is happening to her that is fucking with her that she don't want to be intimate with her husband, the one that she loves. You know, for those of you women out there who are listening to the sound of my voice and haven't had sex with your husband in 5, 10, 15, 20 years, I want you to go to him after this show. Say, honey, you're fucked up in the head. We need to get you some help. It's not normal. I'm trying to give you some pussy and you don't want it, something's not right. Now, he could be fucking around on you. That's another episode. But if he's just withholding sex from you or if she's just withholding sex from you, that's not normal. That's not mentally stable. You know, something's wrong. And the selfish thing is when they don't get that problem rectified. If love is so important, why don't get it rectified? Anyway. I hope you enjoyed tonight's episode. Thanksgiving is next week. I hope you guys have a wonderful turkey day. If I don't get a hold of you till then, I will definitely see you afterwards. I will send out some tweets saying happy Thanksgiving and all that. So I hope you all have a wonderful Thanksgiving with your families. Be sure to check out the XY Show on many different platforms. I'm on Google Play. I'm on TuneIn. I'm on iTunes. I'm on Stitcher, Blueberry, Spotify, iHeartRadio. So whatever tickles your fancy, listen to the XY Show, subscribe. Oh, I'm also on Castbox and SoundCloud as well. So whatever tickles your fancy, be sure to listen to the XY Show, subscribe, follow, and let me know that you love me. Leave some good comments and all kind of things. You can also find me on different social media. I'm on Tumblr, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram as well. You can find all of that, my platforms and my social media on my website, which is www.thexyshow.com. www.thexyshow.com. You can find everything on my website. You can also go to the XY store. There's some great stuff in there. T-shirts, iPhone covers, Android covers, coffee mugs, coffee cups. Got some great Christmas stuff in there as well. Check it out. Take a picture, send it to me, and I'll put it on the IG account to let everyone know that you are a true X and Y'er. Also, you can leave a comment. Let me know how much you love me. You want to leave constructive criticism. You want to say hello. You want to say goodbye. You want to just say hello. I'm thinking about you. You just want to say hello, Roosevelt. I hear you. You just want to say hello, Roosevelt. What old folks home you going to go to? Anything you want to say, you can leave in the comment box, and I will definitely read it online because I love you all. And I want you all to remember, you cannot have love without X and Y. Again, have a very happy Thanksgiving with your families. Eat all the turkey, drink all the eggnog, spiked eggnog. and enjoy this holiday season and be safe. Later.
You've been listening to The X and Y Show with your host, Roosevelt Colbert, the place where real relationship issues are talked about and addressed. Join us next time. You can now put your clothes back on. Or not.